All right, so there's been a lot of bad weather, so I haven't got much done. But today it's been nice out, so I came over and got the timing belt on. This took me so long to do because for some reason this little timing cover was over the timing tensioner, like the belt tensioner, 14 millimeter bolt, and so I had to take some of the bolts off the cover and pry it around and get to it, and then I think someone thread locked it. It's been a nightmare. It basically took forever to get to the tensioner. I can only get it this tight. It looks a little loose, but not like horribly loose. So yeah, when you crank it around, there's no interference, which is good because this is definitely like the hardest part of this whole like head swap, quote unquote thing, is the timing's kind of different. So it looks like it's timed up right mechanically. Hopefully it's good, and I know to do it again because it took me 4 hours somehow. It took me 4 hours, but extended this 2-wire conversion a little bit to make it fit. Got to put the exhaust on in a second. But yeah, it's going really good. I also definitely need a different bracket. I got that. I need putting that on too. Unfortunately, didn't have the right starter here, so I had to go buy one. Got that. I'm going to be putting that in right now too. But yeah, we're making progress. Hopefully see this thing fire up tomorrow for the first time. Right, I'm at the junkyard. Found a door that I'm going to throw in the EK. This one is a manual door. I'll show you guys later on the other side. It's kind of muddy and wet, but from this door, it's pretty clean. A few scratches and a little dent right there. But other than that, it's pretty clean. It'll do. All right, I got the door off. It was kind of a struggle. My socks and shoes are soaking wet, but I had to climb around up here, get that off. I'd take this fender, but the paint's super fucked, and so is that. So I'm gonna wait to find a fender, nicer fender. But yeah, I got that off. So this is a power or a manual door, so it doesn't have power locks or power windows, and the EK Coupe is power. But I'm pretty sure I can just swap this door card off and all the window regulator, all that, and swap it into this, and it should work no problem. Hopefully. So that's the plan. But I got a door. It's pretty clean. Let me show it up close. This trim piece is faded. They always are. There's one scratch here and one little dent here, and some small little blemishes. You know, it's not perfect. It also has this pinstriping on it that my car doesn't have, but I can probably buff that out. Little paint fade. Not too bad though for a junkyard door. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get my tools together and head back home. All right, we made it home with the door. Got it home safely. I have it flipped upside down right now because I'm gonna be taking this off and changing all the wiring and stuff out with the other door that's half fallen off on this guy. I'll show you more in detail what this door looks like. Not ideal, but it does have the wiring, so I just gotta make sure I unplug that correctly and don't damage that, and clean up this door card and throw this door card back on that one, and it should work no problem. Right now I'm taking the rotors off. I'm changing the brakes and like brake pads and rotors, so the whole brake, everything, except the calipers, I guess. So I got this one taken off, and they were noticeably not good brake pads. Like, look at that one. This brake pad completely disintegrated itself. So there was literally no brake pad. Look at this. This is the front side, really bad brake pad, whatever, looks normal. This side had no brake pad on it. All right, we're gonna be swapping the motor from this, the automatic, into this. This was a manual door. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm back to that. So hopefully that goes well. All right, So we got everything swapped around. I changed the door lock to match this door lock. Everything's swapped over, but we never checked because there's no window in here. I never actually tried to make the regulator work, the motor. And so we kind of shut the wires and ended up figuring out that the motors just doesn't work. So in order to put a window on it, I have the window and everything. We just got to change that out. So it's on. It's funny, this car's pretty clean, but this door is like not as sun faded as the rest of it, but looks a lot better than a black / dark green door. And eventually I'll try to find a red trim piece for this, or paint the other ones black, or paint that red. Just depends on what I find first. But right now I'm bleeding the brakes. I got new pads, and I needed new rotors too because they were super worn out. And I also ended up getting new calipers, unfortunately, but because especially the other one, the other side, because there's no brake pad on the back, it completely kind of fucked it and it seized. And so I ended up just getting both of those. So the brakes are super nice and new, and I'm bleeding them right now. So I gotta bleed them. I'm bleeding by myself. So I have this little contraption made. So the hose goes into the bottle, and it's filled with brake fluid. And so whenever I let off the brakes, normally someone would have to close this, right? And then open it when I'm on the brakes. But I can do it myself because it just shoots down here. Every time I let off the brakes, instead of sucking in air, because it's open still, it just sucks in brake fluid. So that's pretty cool. So that's how I'm gonna do this side and that side. Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. So now we're covering this hole. We cut this hole out to fit the manual transmission shift linkage down here. So we're gonna cover this, put some gasket sealer or Maker, whatever, same difference, over this or under it, and then bolt this down, cover the hole, and then we're gonna make another one to cover this hole down here.